And this is one of those games, Eric, that the winner of this game really sets himself up to host a playoff game. Kevin Stein, I read one of the previews in the Scottsbluff paper, and he's like, this is one of those big games where if you win, you might be able to host a playoff game. So it's a big one for both teams. Scottsbluff has to go to McCook next week, who's number 2 in Class B. And, district season is right around the corner. So this one is a momentum game for both teams.
Yeah, number 4 in Class B points is Scottsbluff coming into tonight, and Grand Island Northwest is tied for 9th with York, who is playing McCook tonight out there in McCook. So McCook with a couple of home games, but then obviously the district games that'll be coming up for Northwest. It's home games that start in 2 weeks, Seward, then Aurora, and then they'll go to York to end the regular season. Scottsbluff will be at Gering, because that's a huge drive there, along with a home game against Sydney, and then to Alliance to wrap up their regular season. So fun game tonight. And Northwest, Tony, in the road white on the home field. Are we in Oregon all of a sudden? What happened here?
We are, and I'm gonna go on a limb here, Eric. These might be my 2 favorite uniforms in the whole state. The new Under Armours with the oars on the sleeve for Northwest, and they're not out here yet, but these Scottsbluff uniforms are to die for. Old school red with a white sleeve and numbers all the way around, and a big white helmet with the red S on the side. These guys are sharp tonight. This will be a fun one. It's to look at on your monitor.
It's going to look great on the Striv TV network. Another one that's going to look really good, and that band's going to get really loud, by the way, Tony.
I'll move down a little.
Please. Another good one that we are not at, but very easily could be, and it's down in Deschler tonight. Number 2 Harvard, number 3 Deschler in 6-man football. That one would be a ton of fun to watch in addition to this one.
Yeah, how about the job of both of those coaches? Scott Trimble at Harvard. Harvard had not won a game in like 3 years before last year. They make the move down to 6-man, really played well last year, and now undefeated and ranked 2nd behind Riverside in 6-man. And then Deschler, Carson Clutie, the same thing. He's done a great job at Deschler. They had a long losing streak in 8-man, moved down to 6-man last year, and have been very successful. So that's a big one for both schools to kind of set the tone and maybe put themselves in a driver's seat to probably meet Riverside in the 6-man final.
And, a couple weeks ago, I had a chance to talk with Harvard coach Scott Trimble. If you heard, actually, the podcast I posted this week called Why I Coach, it didn't get recorded, but at the end of it, he's like, you know what? We want a shot at Riverside. So I think that was pretty bold. Like you said, it's not been a lot of wins recently for the Cardinals, and that was they're looking good, obviously, through the first couple of games this year. I think we have the national anthem going up next. And so we will take a listen to the Northwest Band.
So please let the players play. The coaches coach, the officials initiate, and the spectators be positive. And now when please rise, remove cover and sing along with the playing of the national anthem. Tonight the anthem is being played by the Northwest High School Marching Band under the direction of Mr. Sean Van Still.
Fine job by the Northwest Viking band out there playing our national anthem. And Tony, before we let you go and get everything going, you may have already mentioned this. I took my headset off for a split second, but totally contrasting styles offensively here tonight. Grand Island Northwest, row the boat, get it out of the quarterback's hands quick, let some receivers make some plays, get out in space. Scottsbluff, a the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, you got it. You're looking at a Scottsbluff team that wants to run the ball. I think they've thrown it maybe 30 times in 4 games. And the back, Chris Busby, is the one to watch. He had 4 touchdowns last week. He's been over 100 yards in every game for Scottsbluff so far. And this will be a big test for them. Then you look at Northwest, like you said, Carter Terry. He's a leading passer in the state. He's over 1,000 yards already on the season. But I think the X factor for Northwest is their defense. New coordinator Kyle Suttles has tried to bring a little bit more physicality to their defense. And I think Adam Cooper, he's a running back. He had 200 yards against Lexington last week. Northwest is going to have to run it successfully to get their passing game going.
Should be a lot of fun. Tony, thanks a lot. Enjoy this one down there, man.
All right, we'll see you.
We will check in with Tony throughout the game here tonight down there on our sideline. And, of course, you can check out the rewind tomorrow morning on strivsports.com. Recap of this game and games from across the state as well. Like we mentioned, Harvard and Deschler in the 6-man ranks. Lots of good games. Over 20 games on the Strive Network tonight. So always a lot of fun. They're going through these starting lineups right now for the game, so we can give you those lineups as well as we get this thing ready to go. Number 6, Scottsbluff under head coach Joe Benson, 4-0 on their season. They'll go with at running back, and there's 4 of them, although you'll hear Busby's name a lot. But Josiah Diolos, I should say, 5'11", 205-pound sophomore. Another running back, that's Chris Busby, 5'8", 165. Not a big guy, but slippery and a good strong runner. Another good strong runner is essentially the 4th running back. That's quarterback Noah Bruner. Missed a couple games with an injury, though. He's back, 5'11", 165. He's a senior. And Devin Beduris, I should say, is 6'1", 200 pounds as a running back as well. The tight ends, one of them you'll see in Lincoln here in a couple of seasons, Garrett Nelson, 6'3", 245. He's a Husker commit. He's just a junior. Doesn't have a lot of stats. His big thing is on the defensive side of the ball. The other tight end is Jeremiah Delzer. He does have just a couple of the catches. On the tackles, not quite sure. Was it going to be Sam Clarkson, the 6'6", 290 sophomore, or Jack Carter, the 6'2", 260 senior? The other tackle we know will be Adam Von Lintel, 6', 265. He's a junior. The guards, Nathan Harms and Creighton Dyke. Harms, a 215-pound junior, and Dyke, 185-pound sophomore. And the center is Elijah Salinas. He is a 5'8", 210-pound senior. The defensive lineup will add into there Sebastian Harsh at defensive end, a 6'1", 195 junior. One of the corners is Busby, one of the safeties, Noah Bruner. Another corner is Paris Magdaleno. There we go. Took me a second. Magdaleno, 5'10", 160. He's a junior. Nelson, we mentioned him, the defensive end. Linebackers are Cervantes and Darnell, a senior and sophomore, respectively. Also, Delzer in there as a linebacker. The defensive tackle, Sam Clarkson and Jordan Hort. That is 290 and 315 at defensive tackle. So that's some stout boys down there in the middle for the Scottsbluff defense. For the Northwest offense, it is Carter Terry at quarterback. He's a 5'11", 185-pound junior. Brady Glaus will start at a receiver, 6'2", 180. The running back is Adam Cooper, 5'10", 165. Another receiver, Preston Ellsworth, 5'11", 150-pound senior. We've also got Sean Youngst, a 6', 155 sophomore. We'll see a little bit of Lucas Gershik. Danny Fisher is out there as well. Danny was running the Strive TV Snapchat account earlier today. Big thank you to Danny for doing that. 6', 175. He is a senior. The offensive line, Grady Grease at center, Caleb Jacobson at left tackle, Fletcher Bidalic at right guard, Jamie Garrison at left guard, and Ryan Melvin at right tackle. We will also see and hear plenty of Riley Schleep, 6'5", 205. He is a senior at receiver for the Northwest Vikings. See Ty Heaton at linebacker along with Rand Sanders at safety. Peyton Stein will start at defensive end for his dad and coach Kevin. Andrew Court is one of the cornerbacks, along with Michael Schomer is a safety. Blake Westerby is a linebacker. Isaac Lemberg is a safety. Dylan Allen, a defensive end. He's 230 pounds. That's a solid fellow there. Marcos Martinez, 5'7", 280 at the nose guard. And Cooper Kaiser 6 foot 235. He is a defensive tackle for the Northwest Vikings. The Vikings on homecoming in the road whites and the all whites this year for Northwest. I love this look. We need to get a good look down there of the unis. And then, like Tony said, across the way, Scottsbluff with the very solid-looking red jerseys, white pants, and the big white helmets with the red stripe and the big red S as well. It is warm and breezy here in Grand Island. If you're watching us from afar, my car, when we pulled into town about 9 o'clock, and granted it was on my car, but it still said 99 degrees. Welcome to fall. Keep in mind, in August in Lincoln, Nebraska, we did not hit 90 degrees once. We did it like 7 times so far in September. So, like we said, welcome to fall, and hope your summer was great, because now it's officially kind of over. We are right on for a 7 o'clock kickoff as Northwest trots out the kickoff receive units. The other thing about Grand Island Northwest Field, obviously, is kind of basically an east-west field, and that sun has peeked out from behind the clouds. So Northwest is going to be going into the sun in this first quarter, but there is also a south wind that's got to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 15, 20 miles an hour, and even a little higher than that as we go throughout this game. So we'll keep an eye on that wind. You would think it would affect Northwest just a little bit more than Scottsbluff. Eli De Los Santos, 6'1", 170-pound senior for Scottsbluff, will have it teed up at his own 40-yard line. 12 minutes on our clock. Cameras all over the place. Thanks for joining us on Striv TV's Game of the Week. And we are underway. It's fielded by one of the upmen on the kickoff and tackled down quickly just across the 35-yard line. That was Isaac Lemberg on the return. And so Carter Terry and the most prolific passing offense in the state will have their first crack at it here on offense first up. Riley Schleep, one of the receivers, number 80, 6'5", 200 pounds. He's a big target. It looks like Scottsbluff is going to roll out Magdaleno out there on him first. Paris goes 5'10", 160. So a size mismatch early in the look for Northwest as they take a peek back at the sideline and see how the Bearcats want to defend the 3 receivers to the left and a shotgun formation with Schleep off to the right. They will run it right up the middle, and that is Cooper getting it out to the 40-yard line. 55 in on that tackle, Sam Clarkson. Clarkson name is a strong one out there. It's some big kids that have worn 55 for the Bearcats. Move it to the 40, so 2nd and 7 upcoming here. Terry makes motion to the line, and now wants an option play to the near side. Late pitch. There's Cooper on the edge. He's out across the 45, and he's going to be just shy of the first down, but not by too much. Tripped up at the end of that by Magdaleno. Going to mark him just barely shy, so 3rd down and about a football length to go. From the 47-yard line, literally just a football length to go here on 3rd down, and it's the first 3rd down attempt of the ball game. Carter Terry with a blitz shown, gives it off and leaning forward just enough, but getting that first down is Adam Cooper. So 3 runs to start things up. And a first down. Just underway here with 10:51 officially to go in our first period.
First and 10 for the Vikings.
First pass of the game is batted down, and that was the big fella. Sam Clarkson got up and knocked that one down. He's 6'6", he's 290, and folks, I don't even know if he's 16 yet. He's just a sophomore. But that is a monstrously big fella to play essentially defensive end in what is lining up as a 3-4 defense. You get a look now on the near side at 23. That is Garrett Nelson. He's lined up kind of inside that tackle, so kind of a bunch on that defensive line for the three-man look for Scottsbluff on this 2nd and 10. Terry staring into the sun as he takes a look at the defense. Looking left, now he's got pressure. Now rolling back to his right. Can anybody break free? He's going to have to try to go forward, and he gets popped out of bounds. Knocked all the way almost completely to the sideline camera there by Jeremiah Delzer, one of the linebackers, and on the scramble play, just a yard, so 3rd and 9 upcoming for Northwest. So the first set of downs was 3 straight runs and a first down, and now it's 2 passes and only 1 yard gained. Riley Schleep at the bottom of your screen, now guarded by Keegan Reifschneider. Man in motion is Brady Glaus. He goes back out to the formation. Terry over the middle. There's Glaus on the slant, and he's on the run. There goes Brady Glaus. 10-5, touchdown, Northwest. 52 yards on the pitch and catch to Brady Glaus. Third and 9, they motioned him in towards the line and then back out into that slot formation, and it was the right call at the right time. The big 52-yarder on 3rd and 9 goes for 6, and now the extra point kick from Dylan Allen on the way. Good snap. Hold looks good. Solid kick, and it is through the uprights as well. 7:29 to go. First quarter. Northwest strikes first, leading Scottsbluff 7-0. We'll be back after this on the Striv TV Game of the Week.
Yeah, I get it. For the little things. Technology's great. It makes things easier. It's faster. We can get things done wherever we go. And we get all that from our bank. It works for us. But for the bigger things, the things that really count, I still want to talk to the people I know and trust. That's why I'm here.
So Dylan Allen has it teed up and ready to go. 6-play drive for Northwest on their opening possession of the ballgame. Diolos and Busby back there deep for the Bearcats. Rand Sanders has everybody ready and lined up for the Vikings. Dylan Allen approaches. Strong kick, angling to the corner, and through the back of the end zone. Nice kick. Some dangerous athletes back there for Scottsbluff. Do not want to be letting Diolos and Busby get any more touches than you have to. So, 1st and 10. From their own 20. Splitting out to the near side, that is Jeremiah Delzer, and he's got Diolos in the slot to the near side. Garrett Nelson is that stand-up fullback off to the right. And just getting down into their stance, and it draws an offside from Cooper Kaiser, the defensive tackle for Northwest. So right out of the gate, a free 5 yards for the Bearcats, and 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 5. You know, a couple years ago, we saw this Bearcat squad with Coach Joe Benson, and it was a lot of everybody tight in and basically single wing type stuff. We had power one way and quarterback counter the other way was essentially the 2 plays for most of the night. But then here on 1st down and 1st and 5 again, a little spread look for the quarterback Noah Bruner. with Busby behind him. Read play, pop it out to the near side. Diolos, and a nice hit right at the point of attack. Great job filling that time by Andrew Courts. Maybe even lost a half yard on the play. Diolos, a dangerous back out of the backfield. Watching Scottsbluff at the state tournament in basketball last March, or this March, however you might want to say it. Boy, he was maybe the most impressive athlete. And, you know, there's some pretty good kids on that Scottsbluff basketball team this past year. So he's just a sophomore, number 3 there in the slot to the right. Keep an eye on him. Slot to the left, I should say, of the offense. Down into their stance. This will be Busby off the right side. Blast through a hole. Now he's got a first down. Running tough, and he's out near midfield. Saving the touchdown perhaps was Adam Cooper there, but you see the explosiveness of a Chris Busby. It looked like, he initially got through the initial wave through there, and it looked like, well, it was going to be a nice little gain, and boy, he just keeps those legs pumping hard. Got it all the way out to the 49-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. Their first possession of the ball game. No, we don't have a split screen going. That's the sideline camera of the black line that you're seeing right down the middle of your screen right now. Bruner takes a snap, will hand it off. Busby right side, another little nice hole. Gets out to the outside, sticks a forearm down. Now he's going down the sideline. Schleep finally there to help usher him out of bounds, but not before a nice gain. Blake Westerby out there as well, but Chris Busby ripping off a couple of back-to-back runs. This is a very difficult Scottsbluff offensive line to go against. I tell you what, they come at you and they get downhill on you quickly. And they've got some depth, it would appear. I don't have very many starters listed that are in the game right now. Do see Von Lintel and Carter out there as the tackles. So Adam Clarkson getting a breather after he started on defense. It's 1st and 10, high snap. Bruner just goes back and falls on it at the 42-yard line. So a big loss there on 1st down. Move it to the 42, so let's call it 2nd and 25. For Scottsbluff. If something tells me these Bearcats won't get rattled easily on these. Delzer split to the near side, and he's got Diolos in the slot to the left. Handoff, Busby up the middle. That one finally stopped up quickly. Good, much better job on that play by the Northwest defensive line to not give up the seam, if you will. 72 was in there, Cooper Kaiser. Saw the big nose guard, Marcos Martinez. Marcos, you have my heart, 5'7", 280. That's my kind of guy right there. He's speaking my language. So 3rd and 23 from their own 40 for Scottsbluff. Set back on this set of downs by the big snap over the quarterback's head. Bruner, quick pass on the right side, tipped and incomplete. He was trying to get it out there on the right side to Reifschneider, and it was behind him, open actually for a moment, but behind him, and now it looks like Coach Joe Benson going to bring out his punt unit. I see some defensive players out there. And it does indeed look like Cameron Gary, 6 foot, 160-pound junior, will go back to punt this. Glaus is back to receive. And now we're going to get a timeout. Grand Island Northwest and Coach Kevin Stein were not quite set. Actually, the Vikings were not quite set on how to line up against Scottsbluff. So 7:42 to play here in the opening quarter. And forcing a punt, it would appear anyway. Forcing a punt for the Scottsbluff Bearcats. Lots of games on the Striv Network tonight. Visit striv.tv and click on the schedule at the top of the page. You'll see all of the games going on. Good looking shot of the cheerleaders. By the way, huge thank you to our Northwest students tonight. We are operating 3 cameras, a switcher, and Wirecast. and I'm doing play-by-play. Austin's on the field doing videos and photos. We'll check in with Tony here in a little while, doing stats, and of course getting ready to write the rewind for tomorrow morning. So full crew. We love it. Thanks a lot, guys. So 4th down, 23 from the 40-yard line of Northwest. Punt coming to the near side. It's a pretty good one. Hits at about the 12. Will take a little backwards bounce and be picked up there by Scottsbluff. So 1st and 10 for Northwest from their own 14-yard line. It was a 6-play, 63-yard drive last time they had it, the first time they had it, I should say. And a quick strike out to the far side. It's caught at his Ellsworth for a first down out to the 30-yard line. Busby makes the tackle, but if you don't line up properly, that's exactly what Carter Terry and these Northwest Vikings can do. They want to get the ball out of Carter's hands as fast as they can, and if you don't line up just right, they can hit you with those quick passes. Terry this time wants a handoff. This is Cooper coming near side. Gets some nice seal blocks, turns it upfield. He's got a first down out across the 40-yard line out to the 41. So 2 plays to go from their own 14 to their own 41. A nice looking drive again for Grand Island Northwest. From their own 41, that 3-man front for Scottsbluff. Terry lines up, winds it deep for Schleep, incomplete, no flag. Viking fans wanted some contact down there on the defense by Magdaleno. They will not get it. Schleep stuck one big right hand out there but could not haul it in. 2nd and 10. Really nice protection. You know, the thing that Scottsbluff hasn't done a ton of, and granted we're not too many plays into this thing just yet, but they haven't really shown a lot of blitz just yet. The one time they did blitz was 3rd and about 6 inches on that first series. Now they're showing blitz, just as soon as I say that, from Paul Penduro, 25, looking inside there, and maybe even off the edge with Vasquez. Pump fake to the left, set up, lob one down the middle. That is intercepted, a one-handed snag by Reifschneider. Keegan going down the far sideline and is ripped down back at the original line of scrimmage at the 41, but it's an INT for Keegan Reifschneider, and Scottsbluff has got the football. So Scottsbluff will take over at the Northwest. We'll say it right at the 40-yard line with 6:47 to go here in the first quarter. Second possession of the game for the Bearcats. And this is what we saw a lot of 2 years ago, is this single wing type offensive look. And a penalty flag right away for anybody gets going. Typically means somebody was lined up incorrectly. It's going to be a procedure against the Bearcats. So either someone was into the neutral zone or maybe someone wasn't far enough forward. Sometimes those tight ends can have the proclivity to line up too far in the backfield every now and then. You can only have 4 guys in the backfield on the field, whether they're lined up at receiver or running back or wherever. Figure your quarterback is always behind the center, and then you've got 4 guys in the backfield, so you got to keep an eye on that. And I think that's what they saw. The tight end on the near side, Delzer, maybe was a little bit too far in the backfield. They want a power play to the right side. It's Busby tripped up. I tell you, he was just about to get ahead of steam. That was a nice tackle by Michael Schomer, 5'10", 165-pound safety. If Schomer doesn't pull Busby down after the 5 yards, boy, that one might have popped free for a little bit more. 6:15 remaining here in the opening period. Second possession of the game for Scottsbluff. Bruner in the single wing. Play action. Looks over the middle. Nelson, it's tipped. Sleep almost got the INT. Couldn't quite haul it in, though. And it will be 3rd and 10. But Riley, I tell you what, you put a 6'5" guy back there at safety. That is some. You can make some defensive plays just kind of like that. And that's exactly what Riley did. Just about tipped that to himself. And I tell you, if he doesn't, Garrett Nelson had ran by everybody else on the defense. So that's why you've got a senior safety back there, is to prevent plays just like that. So 3rd and 10 for Scottsbluff, and they're going into their spread look. Delzer and Busby now split to the left side. Man in motion, and they will give it on that jet sweep. Getting some edge blocks inside the 35, and that's going to be close to the 30. Where are they going to mark him? 32, maybe? Right, it was Reifschneider who got the interception to start this possession for Scottsbluff that had the end around, or jet sweep, if you will. And it's going to be 4th down and 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards. Yeah, I got to get it to the 30, so it's a good 2 yards here to go for Scottsbluff. Out of bounds stops the clock with 5:57 to play in the opening period. Reifschneider going to split out to the right side of the offense for Scottsbluff. Nelson, that fullback wing. Busby will get the handoff. Power play right side. There goes the line, and the pile just chugs forward. And Chris Busby is down to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 7, and he's got a first down. Schomer in on that tackle for the Vikings. Clouds kind of in and out, rolling here and there in central Nebraska last week. Whew, man, tough to get your game in on time unless you were way out west a week ago. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats, their best opportunity of the first half. They want the quick pass. Now they're going to lob it deep. It's Reifschneider out there, makes the catch for the touchdown. Scottsbluff strikes from 25 yards out and an extra point away from tying it up. So Reifschneider got this drive started with an INT. He finishes it with a 25-yard catch from Bruner. Caleb Walker will line up for the extra point kick, number 35 there. Bruner on the hold. Snap down. That did not look good. Nope, pulled it hard to the left, so the kick is missed. And with 5:25 to go here in the first quarter, Northwest retains the lead 7-6. We will come back to Grand Island Northwest in Homecoming 2017 right after this on Striv TV's Game of the Week. Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com. Back here on Striv TV's Game of the Week, a 40-yard touchdown drive that took about 1:12 off the game clock. The 25-yard touchdown pass from Bruner to Reifschneider. The extra point kick was missed, however. So 7-6 our score. Grand Island Northwest with the lead. And, you know, a couple years ago when Scottsbluff came here last, the teams literally changed or swapped out score for Northwest, score for Scottsbluff, score for South for Northwest, score for Scottsbluff. Throughout the entire game, Northwest had the last touchdown right away in the fourth quarter and then held on defensively for a 38-35 win. This one kind of shaping up something similar. A squib kick just fallen on at the 30-yard line by Northwest, and that's where the Vikings will have it 1st and 10. So Carter Terry, that first possession, 6 plays, the first 3 runs, the next 3 essentially pass plays, and it was that third pass play that went 52 yards on the slant pattern to Brady Glaus for the touchdown. Last possession, though, an INT on the fourth play of the drive. This is 1st and 10 from their own 30. 3 receivers bunched to the near side. They're going to hand it off up the middle to Cooper. He does nicely to lean forward out to the 35-yard line. Salinas in on that tackle for Scottsbluff. Got some help from Sam Clarkson as well. You know, the other thing I've noticed about Scottsbluff, they have kind of moved those 3 down guys around. Salinas and Clarkson and Nelson, they've moved them around. Not everyone's been a nose guard at one point. Everyone's been kind of an end at one point. Now maybe looking at a blitz. Penalty flag stops this one before it gets going. However, and the flag came from the far side of the field. This is going to be a false start against Northwest. I believe they were motioning 53. That'd be Caleb Johnson, the left tackle there for the Vikings. So 2nd down, a long 10 now. Clock rolling again with 4:48 to play here in the first period. Cooper hit in the backfield, and he's dropped. Well, you see the impact that a guy like Garrett Nelson can have for the Scottsbluff defense. He took out 3 Northwest blockers on that one. And in the process, lost his helmet, so he's got to come out now. So 3 receivers near side on this 3rd and 10 for Terry. And now we've got a whistle, and I think we're going to get a timeout for Scottsbluff. Yeah, Northwest wanted to go fast. They were getting Scottsbluff kind of caught in the substitution thing there. So we could take it as well. We'll come back with 4:12 remaining in the first quarter. Northwest 3rd and 10 when we come back.
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Back here for the Striv TV Game of the Week at Grand Island Northwest. A special presentation coming up at the end of the first quarter. If Taylor Siebert is watching us now, make sure you are watching us at the end of the first quarter, Taylor. 3rd and 10 for the Northwest Vikings with 4:12 remaining in the period and a 7-6 lead. An important down here as the timeout was taken by Scottsbluff, so 1 timeout used up both ways in this first period. Bearcats show blitz. They'll bring it off the edge. Terry rolls right, fires it near side, intercepted. Picked off and down the near sideline that time by Magdaleno. Bearcats pick off their 2nd pass of the evening. So Scottsbluff getting it done on defense. Now they'll have it 1st and 10 from the Northwest 29. First drive was so good, the 6 plays and a touchdown on the 52-yard slant pass, but boy, those roll passes, they've been tough to come by since. And now before anybody does anything, a penalty flag is going to be encroachment on Northwest. So just kind of lined up in the neutral zone there, did Northwest, because nobody was really ready to play football when that flag came out. But in high school, a defensive player anywhere in that neutral zone, if you will, is an automatic flag. So 1st and 5 here for the Bearcats, trailing 7-6 with momentum on their side right now. This will be Bruner on the quarterback wrap play back to the near side as he's close to the 20. Schomer in on the tackle, 29. Give him 3 yards there, so 2nd and 2. Under 4 minutes to go here in the opening period. Noah Bruner, stats for 2 games of the 4 completed so far for Scottsbluff. So injury perhaps, but he's out there and has looked just fine doing everything so far here in this one. Handed off, Diolos right up the middle, a little shimmy move. He's got a first down. He's down near the 10-yard line. Saving the touchdown there was Rand Sanders, a sophomore safety, but Scottsbluff marching down the field after their second interception on defense. First and goal, they mark it inside the 10-yard line.
First and goal, ball on the 10.
So Diolos is the running back to the left of Bruner. Busby is the wing on the right side, and they're going to hand it to Busby. Coming back to the middle, bounces off the first man, legs still moving, still going and lunging, and he's got it for the touchdown. Chris Busby with his first touchdown run of the night, and it covers 10 yards, and the Bearcats are in front. So a couple of interceptions thrown there by Carter Terry have given Scottsbluff the optimal field position to start a drive that they needed and wanted. 7-12, and so we're going to line up and we are going to try this extra point kick again from Caleb Walker. Walker actually stutter stepped to get that thing going. His kick is good, but I think we're going to have him kick it again. They're going to call an illegal shift on Walker. Yeah, he kind of took a little half step before the snap. Somehow it didn't throw off his timing that much, though, but it will be 5 yards and kick it again. And that one is blocked. So 0 for 2 on the conversions. That gives Northwest fans a little something to cheer about, but still their boys down. 2:57 to go first quarter. 12-7, Scottsbluff on top. We'll come back to Northwest after this.
The trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work a computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
Chris Busby just scored his 5th rushing touchdown of the season for Scottsbluff, and the Bearcats have a 12-7 lead. Both touchdowns set up with good field position from the Northwest 40 and the Northwest 30 after interceptions by the defense. Can the Vikings get something going? And a penalty flag comes down towards the end of this one. One of the up guys, Isaac Limberg, making that return, not wanting to kick it deep at all tonight, has been Scottsbluff. And a block in the back is going to be called against the Vikings. So, not the greatest field position in the world. Move it back to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Protection for Terry has been pretty good tonight from the Northwest offensive line. They will run it with Cooper right up the middle and runs right into big Sam Clarkson, the big old sophomore defensive and offensive lineman, for just a yard or two there on 1st down. Like we said, and they continue to do it on this possession, but Scottsbluff kind of moves around those 3 down guys along that defensive line. In and back out on the motion, but this is Cooper again. Slips off a first couple of tackles, and he's got a first down, knocking over the official in the middle of the field anyway as he finishes off the run out to the 43, almost the 44-yard line, but a good tough run there by Adam Cooper. They'll call it 12 on the pickup. A little over 2 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Twin receivers each side. Again, Cooper in the middle. That time he is stopped up quickly. Wrapping around the defensive end that time was Sebastian Harsh. They list Sebastian as a defensive end, but really in this kind of what has essentially amounted to a 3-4 defense, he's been a stand-up linebacker for the most part here tonight, and he's kind of blitzed off that edge a few times as well. Quick pass out to the near side, but it's incomplete. It was a forward pass, but it was dropped by Brady Glaus. And, you know, lining that up, boy, that looks like it should be a really good play, right? There's one guy really that's close to the two receivers out there, but the problem with it is it's such a long pass, and, boy, you've just got to be gunning that thing as hard as you can if you're Carter Terry. That it just takes a while for that ball to get there, and then the defense can adjust, and Glaus dropped it anyway. So 3rd and 9, a big play here for the Northwest Vikings, trying to get something going offensively, keep the ball away from Scottsbluff. They will hand it off up the middle to Cooper, who has hit at the line and dropped right there. Garrett Nelson was there, along with one of the linebackers, Cervantes, and it's going to be 4th down. Line up, and it will be a punt. Coming to the near side, catching that on the run. Boy, that was difficult there by Delzer, and he's dropped quickly. Riley Schleep drops him at the 15-yard line. So definitely the worst starting field position at their own 15. A minute 10 to go here in the opening quarter. This has been a long quarter. Goodness gracious, we've been playing for 35 minutes already, and we're still a minute left in the first quarter. Bruner in that shotgun look. We'll hand it off. Diolos through the line of scrimmage, and then pulled down from behind there by Ty Heaton. The thing that Scottsbluff has done really well in this game so far, they've done a really nice job of sustaining blocks. It's not just an initial surge, and really I hate to say it like this, but the surge hasn't been what has gotten Northwest tripped up. But Scottsbluff, boy, once they have locked on, boy, they have not let anybody shed a block wearing a white Northwest jersey. Maybe just one more snap here in the first quarter. Bruner back there by himself. Quarterback run the whole way. Off to the right side, puts his head down, moves the pile forward. He's got a first down. Gets it out just shy of the 30-yard line. That'll stop the clock to move the chains. It's a pretty sunset off to the west. And Scottsbluff going to let this thing wind down for the end of the first quarter. Bearcats got to be happy. They've taken a couple of interceptions and punched them in for touchdowns. Have missed both conversions, though. So 12-7 our score here at the end of the first quarter for Grand Island Northwest and their homecoming. We're going to take a very short commercial break. We'll come right back to Northwest very soon. A special presentation is next.
Yeah, I get it. For the little things. Technology's great. It makes things easier. It's faster. We can get things done wherever we go. And we get all that from our bank. It works for us. But for the bigger things, the things that really count, I still want to talk to the people I know and trust. That's why I'm here.
Northwest Public Schools would like to recognize Mitch Fisher that you see on your screen right now. Mitch is a recent graduate of Northwest High School, and he recently received the Digital for Good Award. He was recognized in San Francisco at the Twitter headquarters this past Tuesday. Like literally Tuesday. Digital for Good is spearheaded by I Can Help, a nonprofit organization that's committed to empowering students to play an active role in improving the online environment. The event on September 18th is I Can Help's first national event and is meant to raise awareness of the power of student voice for social good in social media. As a student at Northwest, Mitch always went above and beyond with social media and modeling a positive digital presence. Mitch sees the value and power of social media, and this reward reflects his efforts. Congratulations to Mitch. Thanks to Taylor Sieberts with Class Intercom sponsoring the flights for Mitch out to San Francisco as well. We get ready for the start of the second quarter. Scottsbluff leading Grand Island Northwest 12-7 as we begin the second quarter of play with a 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Bruner, play action, looking left, lobs one deep. Reifschneider behind the defense. He's got it, and he's gone. Keegan Reifschneider going to have his second touchdown catch of the night for the Bearcats. This one will cover 73 yards. So the second touchdown pass for Bruner. And Reifschneider with his second touchdown catch. $11:49 to go here, and an all-important conversion. And a handoff to Busby out to the left side. Stacked up a couple of times, but Busby still makes it in there for the conversion run. So our score, Scottsbluff 20, Grand Island Northwest 7. Short timeout. We'll come back to Northwest. We'll get Tony Chapman in just a moment.
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
85 yards on the touchdown drive. Tony Chapman is on the sideline. And Tony, after an early promising start for Northwest, the Scottsbluff defense has put the clamps on big time.
Yeah, they have 2 interceptions from Carter Terry. And this one is a big possession for Northwest now this time because they need to hold the ball for a little bit. Their defense is getting tired. They got to put together some first downs here. See if they can move the football, hold it for a little bit.
The running game was good early, but boy, Scottsbluff has really, they've kind of pinched those defensive tackles. I don't know if you can see it from down there. They've pinched those defensive ends down and brought linebackers off the edge now. Boy, it's made that running game for Cooper a lot more difficult.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it's still there. I mean, Adam Cooper's got some yards. If they can just keep them getting penalties on first down, be able to get themselves in positive situations, they'll be okay. But they got to figure out a way to hold on to the ball for a little bit.
Thanks, Tony. It's loud down there with the band, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tony Chapman down there on the sidelines. Make sure to look for the rewind tomorrow morning on StrivSports.com. So, 20-7 our score. Just underway. In fact, the first play of the second quarter went on the big 73-yard touchdown, and that is a kickoff into the end zone for a touchback. First kickoff that went deep all night for Scottsbluff, and it results in a touchback. So the possessions tonight for Northwest ended with a 52-yard touchdown pass to Brady Glaus, an interception by Reifschneider, an interception by Magdaleno, and a punt down to the 15. So just trying to hang on to it for a little while would be good right now for Northwest. This is Cooper trying the outside, and good flow for Scottsbluff These boys are pumped up. Panduro makes the tackle for a short gain, just maybe 2 on the play, so 2nd and 8.
Getting 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they move it out actually closer to the 23, so we'll give him 3 yards there on 1st down. Inside handoff again, that's Cooper, and he's across the 25, and he's out maybe to the 27, almost 28, so a nice little pickup there. But here's your money down, 3rd and 3. If you're Coach Kevin Stein, what do you want to call up here? That's a couple of decent runs. Is it 4 down territory? Probably not, but boy, you'd love to keep a handle on this thing. Then you got to realize Scottsbluff just stacked the box too. Get it out to Glaus, and he's got it down the sideline. There it goes. Brady Glaus taking the wide receiver screen on 3rd and 3, and Glaus is gone. 68 yards on the pitch and catch. Well, that'll go a long way. Second time those two have hooked up. And they don't do it shortly, do they? 52 and 68 yards. That was just a wide receiver screen that was blocked well. I believe Schleep was one. I missed the other one. That was one of the inside receivers. But whoever was out there blocking for Brady Glaus did a fine job of it. And then Brady just snuck straight down the sideline and beat everyone in the red jersey to the end zone. Dylan Allen for the extra point kick. Missed it to the right. So the kick is missed. But our score, Scottsbluff 20, Northwest 13. We will come back to homecoming night for the Vikings after this.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
It is homecoming night, 2017 for the Northwest Vikings. Adam Clayman, Tony reads these tweets, by the way. Do not fill his head full of hot air any more than it already is, please. 10:38 to play, first half. A big strike and a needed strike from Carter Terry to Brady Glaus. Second time they've hooked up. 20-13 our score. Some missed extra points on both sides of the ball tonight. Dylan Allen's kick hangs way up in the air. It's going to hit short. And a heads-up play by Harsh, actually, to come back and field that thing for Scottsbluff. And Harsh went down a little awkwardly, but good to see him pop back up. Boy, kind of a pile went on top of him and kind of seemed like maybe didn't go down real smooth, but okay, all is well. 1st and 10 from their own 30. A lot of possessions so far in this game. Boy, I tell you, the longest possession that someone has had has only been about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I guess the second time that Northwest had it, they had it for 3 minutes, and that was it. Handoff, Chris Busby up the middle. Chopped down by Schomer at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 5 on the way. That south wind still blowing pretty good. We've got our microphone kind of hidden as far as the crowd mic is concerned, so you can't really hear that wind too much. But I can tell you, with that window open, it's necessary because it's hot in this press box. 90-plus degrees at kickoff in the end of September, the first day of fall. 90-plus degrees. It's not supposed to be like this. Bruner in that shotgun look. It's a short snap to Garrett Nelson. He goes right up the middle, Nelson dragging guys behind him and is all the way down to the Northwest 30-yard line. Just a junior, a University of Nebraska football commit. A rare carry. Only had 5 carries in the first 4 games and only 2 catches from an end spot or a wing spot. But, boy, made the most out of that one all the way to the 30-yard line. So that same little formation. Nelson is the blocking back, set to the right side of the offense. They want a power play to the near side. Busby hit, dropped quickly. That was a beautiful job along the defensive line. I believe it was 59, Ryan Melvin, 6'1", 210-pound junior. There's a right tackle. He's also on the defensive line on that play. And I tell you, he came knifing through there and hit Busby. That's tough to do when there's a power play coming at you like that. But great job by Melvin to hold that for just a 1-yard gain. 9 minutes to go here in the first half. It has taken a while to play this first half. We're at 50 minutes and counting of real time, and boy, still 9 minutes to go on the game clock. Nelson over to the left side, and they will run a little counter play. Busby hit, dropped quickly again. Boy, he got it to the 30, maybe just inside, but it only picks up short yardage there. Again, nicely done along the defensive line by the Vikings. That time we're going to give credit to Cooper Kaiser, not stopping things up. Cooper thought he was coming out. Now he's not. Fletcher Bidalic comes out instead. So let's call it 3rd and 8. Just 1 yard on that pickup. Keep an eye on the far side of the field. 32 is Keegan Reifschneider. He has been a big play guy in the passing game for Noah Bruner at cornerback. Play action. They want a quick pass out to him. Reifschneider dropped it. Or it didn't get to him. It's incomplete is what it is, and it's 4th down and 8 to go. And the clock stopped with 8 minutes and 4 seconds in this first half. And the Northwest band making it difficult for the Bearcats in the huddle. Fourth and 8. Busby is the wing to the right. Diolos in the backfield with Bruner. Short motion, back over to the left side. Long count, hard count, timeout, Scottsbluff. The Vikings do not flinch. Great job there. Boy, they even sent the little short motion over there with Buderis. And really good job by the Viking front to not flinch and force the second timeout of the first half to be taken by Scottsbluff. So now Coach Joe Benson with maybe more of a decision. Well, we thought that maybe we could get this thing to 4th and 3. Now, what do you run? Do you look at Reifschneider? Do you look at can you find a way to get Garrett Nelson down the field? He had been open back in the first quarter, but Riley Schleep was playing safety on the play, and at 6'5", Riley jumped up and knocked a pass away that if Nelson catches, he's still running towards Lincoln. That's where Riley Schleep will go, is that deep safety on this 4th and 8 upcoming. They're also going to bring Brady Glaus into the ball game. For the far side over there, Nelson King had been the defensive back over there, and now Glaus will go out there. So this is Reifschneider on the near side of the field, and Andrew Court will match up with him. Bruner drops it over the middle, incomplete, tried to get it to Diolos, and the Vikings have held on downs. It took a long time to play that 2 minutes and 33 seconds, did it not? Maybe that's just me. Maybe not. You'd think I had something better to do on a Friday night. I really don't. I'd rather be here. I mean, I could be home watching on Striv TV. So a chance per chance for the Vikings of Northwest. They're going to hand it off to Cooper. Hit in the backfield, dropped right away. Came off the edge with a blitz that time. and Paul Penduro makes the sure tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't let Cooper get that head of steam going. Yeah, actually, they do give Cooper a little bit of a lean forward there. A lot of room out there to the right side. I think Schleep's on the near side. Somebody with a ton of room out to the right, but they're going to give it to Cooper. Slips through a couple of tackles and is stopped right at, or maybe just across the 35-yard line. So he picks up about 6 yards on the play. So third down and 4 yard, long 4, short 5 upcoming here for Northwest. 7:13 and counting here. Line up quickly. Now they'll check the sidelines. Schleep, Glaus, and Ellsworth all split to the near side here in this bunch. Looking like a blitz over the middle. And Terry just running for his life. Glaus is open over the middle, just lofted downfield. Glaus makes the catch. First down for Northwest. Nobody went to the middle of the field for Scottsbluff with Brady Glaus, and he was just wide open like, oh my gosh, Carter threw the ball. Carter threw the ball. Brady caught it. First down, Northwest. And again, the 3 receivers bunched to the near side. It's been a popular formation the last couple of series for the Vikings. Quick, thought about the quick pass. Now Terry just going to keep it himself. And he dives forward as Sam Clarkson kind of falls on his back. As Carter Terry slides forward for about 6, almost 7 yards. It's second, let's call it 4 yards, 2nd and 4 on the way. 6.5 minutes to go in the first half. Vikings looking to get this thing squared up again. Cooper hit in the backfield, dropped. Boy, coming off the edge. Penduro has been really good the last couple of runs like that. Paul has made some sure tackles, and that was no gain, if not a loss of maybe a foot or 2.
Loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 4 for the Vikings.
So 6 guys in the box. 7 guys in the box. 7 guys in the box for Northwest. This should be a passing type situation on 3rd and 3. Blitz comes. Terry evades 1, but cannot evade 2 and 3 as he gets dropped for a sack on the play. The 7 were in the box, and 6 of them came on a blitz that time. Nelson gets home along with Harsh, the 2 defensive ends, meet at the quarterback, and it's 4th down and 6, almost 7 yards to go now. So they move it back to the 33-yard line. 5:20 to go, and see what Northwest coach Kevin Stein wants to do. It looks like he's taking a look at the back judge. That usually means when he's standing, head coach is standing right next to the official on his sideline, and he watches that back judge for that 5-second count, and he's going to take the timeout, and that's exactly what happens. 5:05 to play here in the first half. An important play, 4th and 7 upcoming for Northwest when we come back to homecoming night for the Vikings after this on Striv TV's Game of the Week.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Back here to Northwest, a big play here, 4th and 7 for the Vikings, 5:05 to play in the first half. They finally got a stop last time on downs. The first stop on downs. They did force 1 punt and then had 3 straight touchdowns, did the Bearcats. But so if you're looking at this from a defensive perspective and an offensive perspective, important for the Vikings to get this just to keep the ball away a little bit longer from Scottsbluff. Now there's 4 guys to the near side to tangle with these 3 receivers, and they're going to hand it off, and it's Cooper up the middle. I don't know. I think he's going to be shy. He's going to running out there at the 28, and yeah, it's going to be shy. It was a nice run, but not enough. And you know, it was the 3rd down play and the sack that Carter Terry had to take with that blitz bearing down on him. Remember, they had second down and about 4, and then ended up at 4th and 7. So, 2nd and 4, even if you go incomplete, you're at 4th and 4, but a turnover on downs gives it back to Scottsbluff, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Bruner looks to throw, lobs it over the middle, too tall that time, and a penalty flag comes down. Well, it was too tall for the intended receiver, Garrett Nelson, and he got kind of a horse collar, kind of not, but I have a feeling that horse collar, we'll see what, the officials are talking about this. I don't know that it was necessarily, brought down by the shoulder pads or inside that collar area. I mean, I don't know. The guy making the tackle, the breakup, if you will, was Adam Cooper. And they're going to wave off the penalty. Yeah, they talked about that. I think that was good. It was that's good officiating to kind of get together right away. That looked like it should have been a horse collar, but well, you saw what I saw, and I think the officials, after they conferred, I think they made the good call. So 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Then again, even with a grinded out kind of running game, boy, it doesn't take long to pop one if you're Scottsbluff. They want the inside reverse handoff to Busby, and a penalty flag comes down at the pile, typically in the area of holding against the offense, and that is the call. Coach Kevin Stein for Northwest pointing backwards right away. Yes, we will be accepting that penalty, Mr. Official, sir. It will be 2nd down again, but might be more like 2nd down and about, looks like it might be 17 yards to go or so.
Ball will be started at the 23-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 16. Reminder for homecoming candidates together in the northwest corner of Viking field.
So an opportunity here for Northwest. You've got Scottsbluff behind the down and distance. Can you keep them that way? Bruner will keep it himself. Gets rocked at the line of scrimmage, goes forward for a couple more. But the Viking defense has really started to show up here. It was a good initial hit there by Ryan Melvin. Ryan's had a nice game, called his name a couple of times here in this first half. 3rd and 12 with 4:15 to go here in the opening half. And again, a big play here for the Northwest defense. Get the stop, get the ball back to your offense. They've been able to strike from long range if you can get them the ball. Fake the handoff. This is Bruner, left side, hit at the line, dropped right there. Great defense on the flow that time by the Vikings. Schomer was over there. 26 as well, Eli Arns. And there's our guy, 59, Ryan Melvin, in on another tackle, and it's 4th and 11 and a punting situation for Scottsbluff. Off the side of the foot, Glaus has a chance to get over there to it, takes it on the run, gets a huge block. Is it okay? Nope, it's not okay. They're going to call it a block in the back. Coach Stein did not like the call right away either. Got a big hit right near where Brady Glaus caught it and turned up. So the opportunity, though, the defense gets the stop. And instead of having it at about their own 42, Northwest is going to have it back at their own 19.
Ball will be close to the 19-yard line.
3:11 to go. And 2 timeouts in their hip pocket if they need them.
First and 10.
Carter Terry will go in the shotgun. 1 receiver all the way out to the right. 3 in that tight bunch to the near side. Handed off to Cooper. Has a little seam, gets it out and across the 25 to the 26-yard line. 6 or 7 on the play there for Adam. He's run tough tonight. And, as Tony said, Tony thought that the running game was still there for Northwest, and they are going to get up and snap it quickly. Ooh, Scottsbluff just, I think, got this timeout taken. Yeah, they just did take their 3rd timeout. Boy, the Bearcats were not ready on the field. Coach Joe Benson got that one from the far sideline just in time before Northwest got that snap off. So 2:51 to go in the first half, 20-13, a quick timeout, and back to Grand Island after this.
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
So after the Bearcat timeout, it is 2nd down and 2 for Northwest. Ball at their own 27, 28-yard line. Terry with an option, keeps it. Has a first down, spins his way forward, and gets it out to the 35-yard line. Boy, that was, I think Carter, I don't know if he was necessarily, didn't really know that he wanted to spin on that one, but he kind of turned his back to the defense, and sometimes you do that, and you say a little prayer as you do it. Everything came out okay. So 1st and 10 for Northwest. Here comes the blitz off the edge. Cooper gets hit at the line and dropped quickly there. Garrett Nelson was one of the guys there, along with a guy whose name we have called plenty of times. That's Paul Penduro for Scottsbluff. Clock rolling with 2:18 officially here in the first half. Keep saying quarter. Blitz off the edge. Terry hit, dropped. Boy, never had a chance. Dielos came off the edge, that fantastic-looking sophomore for the Bearcats, and ran right by Adam Cooper and dropped Carter Terry for a big loss on the play. Now it's 3rd and 15, and under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Now Dielos is going to be kind of an outside linebacker, maybe a rush end type guy. Minute 32 and counting here in the first half. The 3 receivers out bunched to the right. Little twist up front, or running back screen, but the offensive lineman got there in the way.
Pass ball is incomplete. Flag on the play.
A flag is down back in the middle of the field. Not anywhere near where the pass was thrown, so I did not see what it was. We're going to wave off whatever penalty flag had been thrown. We're going to go back to the original line of scrimmage, which is 4th and 15 again.
This is 4th and 15, Vikings.
So Carter Terry, quarterback, also does the punting duties, of course. He will drop back into a punt formation. High snap, he dropped it, picks it up, and gets off a low line drive kick. Actually turned out pretty good considering there for Carter Terry, and it'll be downed at the 35-yard line of Scottsbluff. So the Bearcats will take over at their own 35 with 1:13 to play here in this first half. You know, big play guy that has come up with a couple of big catches of 25 and 73 yards is Keegan Reifschneider. There's number 32 for the Bearcats. So you got to keep an eye on him. He is going to be split out to the left side of the offense as the far side of the field. And at the bottom of your screen is Delzer, one of the tight ends. And another guy to definitely keep an eye on is Diolos. He's in the slot to the near side. Going to the far side, though, for Reifschneider. Incomplete. Boy, he kind of hesitated. Took himself out of his stride for just a moment. Applying the coverage was Nelson King. And it's incomplete in 2nd and 10.
Fastball incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10. Bearcats.
Brunner in the shotgun. Will hand it off. Busby hit at the line. He stopped right there. Great defense by the Vikings. Blake Westerby, one of the linebackers, was in there right away. Defensive line playing it well, too. Number 72, Cooper Kaiser, in on the stop. 3rd and 10. Clock rolling now, under 50 seconds to go here in the first half. So 3rd and 10, 23 seconds. Now this is Busby coming out near side. He's not going to make it to the outside. Really well done that time by the linebacker Blake Westerby. And Northwest going to take a timeout with 16 seconds left and give themselves one shot to return this punt. Boy, Westerby came up with 2 huge tackles on that exchange, that possession for Scottsbluff. And so, like I said, 16 seconds left, so you're going to give yourself a chance to at least return the punt if you're Northwest, maybe even have a chance at running a play before the end of the first half, which, as we've seen, Carter Terry and Brady Glaus have scored from 52 and 68 yards so far in this game. And Brady Glaus is going to go back along with Nelson King. Nope, Nelson's out to play an edge guy. Glaus actually goes over to help out on coverage just in case. The punt is towards him, but gets a great Scottsbluff bounce and is down beautifully all the way down to the 10-yard line. So that is 56 yards on the kick.
The Vikings will take over 1st and 10.
So we'll see if Northwest wants to run something, or if we're just going to halftime. It looks like Carter Terry under center. He doesn't do that very often. And yeah, he'll take a knee, and we will go to the halftime break. So all told, Takes an hour and 15 minutes to play the first half, but we have finally reached double zeros at the end of the second quarter. It is Scottsbluff 20, Northwest 13. The Viking defense kind of bows up there in that second quarter, does a much better job, and has got it manageable as we go to the halftime break. Lots of halftime festivities. We'll check in with the band. All of that coming up at halftime here on our Striv TV Game of the Week.
IBA basketball and the dudes, and his plans after graduation are to have a graduation party. Danny Fisher. Brady Glaus, son of Randy and Jackie Glaus. Brady's involved in football, basketball, and track. After graduation, he plans to study engineering at UNL. Brady Glaus. Riley Schleep, son of Jason Schleep, Miss Murphy, Kelly, and Kelly Self and Paul Self. Riley's involved in football, basketball, and track, and after graduation, he plans to go to college and play football. Riley Schleep. Peyton Stein. Peyton is the son of Kevin and Brandy Stein. Peyton is involved in track, football, FCA, Bella Boys, and the Dudes. And after graduation, he plans to run track at a 4-year university. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the candidates for Homecoming King. Now for the Queen candidates. Megan Bartz. Megan is the daughter of Tim and Lisa Bartz. She's involved in volleyball, FBLA, FCA, NHS, IBA, and student council. After graduation, she plans to attend UNL and major in marketing. Megan Bartz. Emma Bachman. Emma is the daughter of Steve and Jolene Bachman. She's involved in cheer and show choir, and after graduation, she wants to go to UNL and major in marketing. Emma Bachman. Taylor Hageman. Taylor is the daughter of Matt and Carrie Hageman. She's involved in volleyball, FBLA, FCA, National Honor Society, IBA, and 14 Karat Gold Crew. At this time, she plans to go to college, but is undecided on major and location. Taylor Hageman. Kelsey Ritchie. Kelsey is the daughter of Jason and Lori Ritchie. She's involved in cheerleading, 14 Karat Gold, National Honor Society, and track and field. After graduation, she plans on attending UNL for pre-physical therapy and major in athletic training. Kelsey Ritchie. Carson Sears. Carson is the daughter of John and Jenny Sears and Brandon and Shannon Shada. She's involved in cheerleading, track, and yearbook. And after graduation, she plans to continue her track career at Hastings College and study art and education. Carson Sears. Please put your hands together one more time for the Queen candidates and the homecoming royalty at Northwest High School. The King and Queen will be crowned after the football game at the dance following tonight's activities.
We are proud to present drum majors Abby Campbell, Caitlin Douglas, and Sherilyn Tittle, and the Northwest High School Marching Band.
After the band, we'll let the band do their thing, and then we'll play some commercials, and then I'll call it. That work? We'll have plenty of time. All right, cool. Thanks.
Tonight, the team will be performing an NBA team routine. Let's give it up for your Northwest High School dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Northwest dance team. At this time, we'd like to recognize the Northwest High School class of 1967. On this homecoming night, it is a privilege to welcome all...
Yeah, I get it. For the little things. Technology's great. It makes things easier. It's faster. We can get things done wherever we go. And we get all that from our bank. It works for us. But for the bigger things, the things that really count, I still want to talk to the people I know and trust. That's why I'm here.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
It is halftime here for Homecoming 2017 at Grand Island Northwest. The Vikings trailing the Scottsbluff Bearcats 20-13, but Tony Chapman has been down on the sidelines and tracking some stats. There's one small number in this game, Tony, that leads to a really big number. I have to think it's got to do with passing.
Yeah, there's been 7 pass completions, Eric, in this game, but for 264 yards. So big plays in the passing game both ways. It'll be interesting to see. This is a big third quarter. So Scottsbluff won the toss. They're going to take the ball, obviously. Northwest is elected to kick with the wind here. So they've got to try to get their defense off the field and try to take advantage of this win as soon as they can, and then hopefully play with the lead, play defense. So this will be a good one. And I want to see a replay of Northwest's second extra point. It looked right down the middle to me. So I don't know. I'm just curious.
Really?
What you saw from up there.
Well,
it looked like you missed it.
Of course, I'm at a really bad angle to say whether he made it or missed it, but I thought it was far off to the side from my angle. But that was my angle. Who knows? I want to see a replay of 2 years ago when this thing comes down to a fourth down stop in the fourth quarter to see who wins.
Me too. I think we might get it. Let's see.
Dylan Allen with the kickoff to begin the second half, and he will pound it through the back end of the end zone. I don't know what a weapon that is when you can avoid any sort of kickoff return by the opposing team. So 1st and 10 from their own 20 as we begin the second half for the Scottsbluff Bearcats. I hung up on Tony. I wanted to get some rushing numbers because although there were some good runs for Chris Busby, who had close to 500 yards coming into this game and has been over 100 yards each night, or each game so far this year, Busby, scoring-wise, only had a 10-yard touchdown run in the first half. So Northwest did a pretty good job. Diolos, on the other hand, he slipped out of the backfield a few times, and he picks up on this first down carry about 7 or 8 yards. Westerby in on the tackle for Northwest. By the way, shout out to whoever cooked them. I don't know who it was, but a shout out to whoever cooked the fantastic ribs. Hall, Mr. Hall. Well, Mr. Hall knows how to cook him some ribs. Alex? awesome on the ribs. They were fantastic, a little spicy. I got enough water. I should be good now. 2nd and 2. Ball loose in the backfield. Boy, Northwest was close, but could not quite get on top of it. It was Diolos, the sophomore, who was able to track it back down, but a loss on the play now brings up 3rd and 5. So Northwest dodges a little bit of a bullet there. We'll see if the defense can get off the field and give the explosive, if not consistent offense, the football back. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter. That is Diolos, the tailback. Noah Bruner is the quarterback in the shotgun. Long count. They want the end around. That is Busby. Hit at the line. He goes forward, and I think he's got the 30, which means he's got across the 30 and a first down. So a nice carry there by Chris Busby on that wing around, end around, however you want to call it. It's kind of the single wing version of a jet sweep, you know. Basically a power back to the weak side. Now Bruner puts Diolos to his right. Quarterback run that way, the whole way. Pyle just kind of moves, and then Bruner tackled. Cooper Kaiser in on that tackle for the Vikings. Lots of games on the Striv TV network, but thanks for joining us here tonight on our Striv TV Game of the Week. 2nd and 5. Now a shift on the backfield and a handoff near side. That is Diolos. And again, that pile, it doesn't have to go too far, but I tell you, when the pile goes 3 yards, Diolos goes 4 or 5, and it's going to bring up 3rd and short. Hey, this is a good point in the night that if you are watching our game, and obviously you are if you can hear my voice, but you're logged into your Facebook account at the same time, hey, send a post on the Facebook page of Striv Sports. We'll give you a shout-out. I'd like to see where everyone is listening from and who you're rooting for. This is 3rd and 1. Diolos to the right side. He's got a first down, cutting back into the middle. Hit from behind and dropped there at about the 47-yard line of Northwest, but a first down for Josiah Diolos. And hopefully I get the notifications on my phone. They should be rolling in here anytime. But, yeah, send us a message on Facebook. Not a direct message, just a post on the wall, if you will. Let us know where you are watching from and who you are rooting for. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats, the opening possession of the second half. This is the longest possession, I think, by time so far by either team in the game. Diolos, right side, again, slips up and gets spun around down. Pulled down quickly, Riley Schleep, a homecoming king candidate, pulls him down at the 45 of Northwest. Pickup of 8, though, on the play, 2nd and 2. Single wing set to the right side of the offense. Bruner in the shotgun, hands it off. This is Busby. Slips off 1 and 2 tackles. Now he is breaking free. Chris Busby has got first down yardage, and perhaps a penalty flag at the end of this will still favor the Bearcats of Scottsbluff. I think they're going to get Northwest for a horse collar tackle that time at the end of this one. Yeah, we're approaching a 4-minute drive. I'm going to look back at my notes from the first half, but let's see. I see a minute and a half. I see 3 minutes. I see less than a minute. I see a minute 20, a minute 21, a minute 15. Yeah, this already the longest drive, time-wise, for either team in the game. And it's a big play, and when you tack on the personal foul at the end of the run. And so it is 1st and goal from the 10 for Scottsbluff. This drive started at their own 20.
Handed off Busby, right side, cuts back in the middle. Penalty flag comes down. Busby is shy of he's in the end zone, but penalty flag thrown in the general vicinity of an offensive hold. Oh, a face mask against Northwest, and this touchdown is going to count. A 10-yarder from Chris Busby. Right through the middle of the heart of the defense. His second touchdown run of the night. And, boy, when it looked like at 3rd and 6, remember, back at about the 30-yard line, it looked like Northwest was maybe going to have a chance to get off the field defensively. And instead, it goes as a conversion for Scottsbluff, and then they just chug it right down the field. Chris Busby with his second 10-yard touchdown run of the night to make it 26-13, and a conversion kick on the way from the right foot of Eli De Los Santos. High snap is just a little high. Northwest gets in there quickly, but the kick is good. So 27-13 with 7:51 to play in the third quarter. Can Northwest answer? We will find out after this on the Striv TV Game of the Week.
Yeah, I get it. For the little things. Technology's great. It makes things easier. It's faster. We can get things done wherever we go. And we get all that from our bank. It works for us. But for the bigger things, the things that really count, I still want to talk to the people I know and trust. That's why I'm here.
Those ribs were so spicy at halftime, my nose is running here. I'm good on water, thanks. So we'll see if Scottsbluff kicks one deep. The one time they did was at the end of the second, or was in the second quarter, kicking the opposite direction. The wind out of the south, and I'm not sure that it's necessarily helping or hurting down on the field. It's basically a straight crosswind. And blows the ball off the tee for De Los Santos. And again, a short kick fielded by, I think that's Ellsworth on the far side, dives in, then tries to cut back out, but he won't make it to the sideline. Tackled shy of the 35 at about the 34, so that's where it will be 1st and 10 for Carter Terry and the Northwest Viking offense. Looking to get something going. It was just a couple of big play strikes, just 3 completions, but 110 yards on touchdown passes for Terry back in the first half. And the officials with a conversation on the far side. The band, the dancers, they were all good there at halftime. Still not exactly sure what the officials are discussing. Oh, a reset perhaps. A reset of the game clock is what they're looking for. 7:40 goes back up there. Scottsbluff shows blitz on first down. They will bring him right up the gut. Adam Cooper evades one. Got a really nice block to get it out to the 40-yard line. Was that Ryan Melvin again? It was the right tackle. Ryan planted his guy back a few yards and lets Cooper pick up 5 yards on first down. And that's something that Northwest, not just tonight, but that's something Northwest needs to get done in every game, is to try to get Adam Cooper in that running game going just a little bit. It will take the pressure off of Carter Terry in the passing game. And
Then Terry can hopefully make somebody pay when they blitz, but nope, Scottsbluff gets home in a big fashion. He just got planted last time, but he gets the big play here. Jack Darnell, a 6'1 sophomore, gets the big sack on second down, and now it's third in the bunch for the Vikings.
Ball starting at the 32-yard line brings up 3rd and 12.
So Darnell came off the edge that time. And now the two speed guys, Harsh and Diolos, are standing up on the edge for Scottsbluff, and Cooper goes nowhere. Came right around the end, did both of them. Garrett Nelson was in there as well. And the Scottsbluff defense, very impressed. You know, they could kind of line up with a big old heavy line and challenge you that way. Or they can kind of put some edge rushers out there and challenge you that way. And a muffed punt ends up in the hands of Brady Glaus. And the Vikings will retain the possession. Trying to catch it on the run was Baderis. And Glaus was there to pounce on the muffed kick. Well, that sometimes is the beauty of having your quarterback do the punting as well. Was Scottsbluff kind of thinking maybe Northwest was going to run an offensive play there, and then Terry just kind of took a couple extra steps back to kick it, and so Baderis had to kind of catch it on the run. So the big play goes in favor of Northwest. Handed off to Cooper. Hit at the line. Just goes for a couple. Been very impressed with Pablo Cervantes in the middle of that defensive front for Scottsbluff. Just a gain of 1 there for Cooper. And, you know, if Cervantes doesn't make that tackle, it's Cooper to the secondary real quick. But there were a lot of sure tackles by the Bearcats here tonight. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. This period has flown by so far. That was Glaus in motion. Set up, look back to the right. There's Schleep down the near side. Up into the air. No penalty flag. It ended up off the helmet of the defender, Magdaleno. And Coach Stein has the ear of the official on the near side as well. Third and 9, and the Bearcats get into the neutral zone. Diolos kind of faked that blitz for a second, jumped into that neutral zone. Like we said in high school, you can't jump in and then jump back like you can in college and the NFL. High school, as soon as you're in, you're offsides. So third down and closer, and probably makes it more likely that this is 4-down territory for the Vikings. Just can't give up the negative yardage. And now a penalty flag is on the far side of the field. We're going to get a sideline warning against Scottsbluff. That's just the first of those, so that is a warning. No penalty yardage, but any other subsequent warnings would result in penalty yardage against the Bearcats. So still 3rd and 4 for Northwest from the 26 of Scottsbluff. Here come the Bearcats. Terry steps up, steps right into Garrett Nelson. Nelson gets the sack on 3rd and 4, makes it 3rd and 8 once again. Well, you can see Carter Terry thought he had his running back slipping out in the flat on the left side, but a beautiful rush and then peel off by Harsh on the far side. Rushed like he was blitzing the quarterback, and when the running back went out to his side, he peeled off into coverage as well. So now it's 4th and 9 from the 33-yard line for Northwest. A big play here. Terry straight back, right side, caught. Schleep's got it down the sideline, cuts back into the middle. He's inside the 5 and down close to the goal line. Big pitch and catch on 4th down, and it's Schleep again. First and goal for the Vikings. Terry in the shotgun, hands it off to Cooper. Adam leans forward. Well, no signal. Second down. Keep in mind that defensive line gets real beefy right down here for Scottsbluff. Terry Cooper again hit in the backfield. He didn't make it that time either. Nope, 3rd and goal from a foot away. Well, that was a blitz right up the middle, and you know the tough part is if you try to go to the edge, those speedy outside linebackers are going to be waiting for you too. 2 plays still to go from, boy, it's not more than a foot away from the goal line. Carter Terry in the shotgun. Adam Cooper to his right. Terry going to keep it. Option keeper spins forward. That time he got it for the touchdown. Bombs blowing overhead. The Vikings within a score. (27-19) and a very important extra point attempt on the way. That was a really nice drive. Of course, set up and continued after it didn't really start that well, but it was continued after the muffed punt that was picked up by Brady Glaus, and Carter Terry ends up in the end zone. And before this play got officially going, we've got a penalty flag on Scottsbluff. It's going to be encroachment against the Bearcats. So instead of snapping this from the 3, a snap from about 1.5 yards away. Not that it really matters how far this one is to Dylan Allen. Carter Terry on the hold. Dylan Allen just pounds that thing through the back. Boy, almost over the track. So 27-20 our score. Northwest back within a touchdown. We'll come back for homecoming after this.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
Back here for our Striv TV Game of the Week. It was a needed one. It was a big one from their own 34, aided by the muffed punt recovery from Brady Glaus. Carter Terry with a 1-yard quarterback run on 3rd and goal makes it a 27-20 game. Scottsbluff with the lead, and the Bearcats about to get the ball back as Dylan Allen sends this kickoff through the back of the end zone. Let's go down onto the field, and Tony Chapman down there. Tony, you mentioned that Northwest needed a stop on defense right away. They didn't get that, but boy, that was a big answer offensively, and obviously the big play there with Glaus recovering that muff punt.
Yeah, huge play from Brady Glaus to recover the muff punt and set him up there, and then a big 3rd down play. Carter Terry hits Riley Schleep right here on the sideline. And there's a little chirping going on down here. Northwest needs to stop. Something fierce here, Eric. Scottsbluff just ran it right down their throat the last drive.
And remember, Scottsbluff was facing about a 3rd and 6 at one point in that drive, and it didn't phase them. This is Bruner keeping it off the right side, and good pursuit that time. Boy, Bruner, I've been really impressed. Tony, if you're still with us, I've been impressed with the Northwest and the way they have defended the quarterback run. Remember a couple years ago, the Haley kid seemed like he was going nuts on that quarterback power read like that, but Northwest has stopped that pretty well tonight.
Yeah, the quarterback run has not worked so much, but, man, Busby's impressive. They get him going on the counter. Have you said spinner back a few times?
No, it's not really a spinner back. Not
I don't know.
Really.
I don't know
Kinda.
the single wing intricacies that like you do,
I'm-
but it's fun to watch.
It is fun. Okay, so yeah, I mean, if you wanted to call Bruner the spinner back, that would be appropriate. As we have a penalty here on Northwest, jumping into the neutral zone there. You know, penalties on both sides, I think, Tony, have been an issue tonight. We've seen both teams have some ill-advised penalties at really bad times that have set their offenses or defenses. However, it's been back a few places.
Yeah, especially Northwest with the neutral zone infractions. You don't want to give Scottsbluff good down and distance, and they've got it all night almost. There's better defense right there.
Yeah, that's good swarming defense by the boys in white. Dylan Allen, who does such a good job with the kicking duties, was the first guy there on the defensive front. And so again, here is going to be third down and medium. That might have lost a foot or two. So 3rd and 4. And I don't dare think that Scottsbluff is going to be throwing this, Tony. But you got to be watching that inside counter, do you not, to Busby?
Yeah, I think Busby or Gialis here, unless you like the one-on-one matchup out here with Reifschneider.
Yeah, Reifschneider's been busy. Now he goes back into the formation and over there on the wing on the right side. So Bruner as the spinner back. There it is. Nope, just a straight handoff to the right side. And Busby, I think they're going to give him the first down. All right, Tony, we'll check back in a little bit later tonight.
Okay.
Well, they are going to mark him short, perhaps, for Chris Busby. And it will be 4th and very, very short for the Bearcats. I don't know that Coach Joe Benson's going to have too much to think about. I think this is line up the big fellas and away we come. It is of note, Garrett Nelson coming back onto the field, but a little gingerly as he trots into the huddle. We will find Garrett. He's going to be the fullback up back, if you will, right behind right guard as they line up on this 4th and very, very short for the Bearcats. High snap, and it was Nelson. And Northwest says there's a fumble on the play. What do the officials say? Vikings came out of there, came up real quick that the ball had been on the ground. Who's got it? Still no signal. Still no signal. Now we're discussing. We're going to put the ball down, fellas? Now they're going to stop the clock, and now they're going to discuss. Was there a fumble? Did somebody recover it? Was there no fumble? Where's the ball spotted? If the ball, as it's spotted, if it's still Scottsbluff ball, it's first down. If Northwest recovered a fumble, it's obviously Northwest ball, and that's what the officials are trying to figure out right now. They're giving it to Scottsbluff, or leaving it with Scottsbluff. That's a tough one there. I did not see that, but boy, from the reaction of those guys in white, sure seemed like that ball had come out. But where they had spotted it, it is 1st and 10 for Scottsbluff. And now we've got a whistle, and we're going to get an official timeout, or we're going to get an official stoppage. Official on the near sideline talking with Coach Kevin Stein. And now our head official, head referee, coming over as well. No change in the minds of the fellows in the striped shirts. 1st and 10, Scottsbluff with 1:20 and the clock rolling here in the 3rd quarter. Penalty flag stops this one before it goes. Procedure against the Bearcats. 1st and 15 coming up. So after we had just possession after possession after possession, Northwest had 4 possessions that they got started offensively in the first quarter. Northwest has had it once in this 3rd quarter. We have flown by
flown by, time-wise, here in the third quarter so far. 1st and 15, though, for the Bearcats. Diolos in, back out, hit at the line, short gain. Dylan Allen there again for the Viking defense. Got a little help from Keegan Sharkey as well. Keegan of 5'7", no, wait, check that. Fletcher Bidalic, there we go. Fletcher's a 6 foot, 255-pound senior. I didn't think 5'7", 160 was what, I was looking at the wrong number. Under a minute to play now, here in the third. That is Diolos as the tailback, and the spinner back in the single wing, that is Noah Bruner. Play action, looking right, nothing there. Now we'll lob it, far sideline. It is incomplete. Hung up in the air. Reifschneider couldn't get back to it. Incomplete. Good job by Northwest as well to avoid contact on the tackle. On the coverage there was Andrew Court. And a good job by Andrew there to avoid contact and draw pass interference. That would have been 15 yards and would have been a first down. So the clock stopped with 27 seconds left here in the third quarter. So now the wing set a little bit to the left side of the offense. Bruner on the inside handoff. Busby did not make it. Only got a couple of yards. He needed 12. He got 2. Great job by the Viking defense. And a timeout is going to be taken here by Northwest coach Kevin Stein. That wind is still whipping around out of the south. The flag and the American flag there on the west side of the field hasn't changed its how hard it's snapping. And we're pretty protected. I'm kind of tucked in a corner here, protected by a window, so you can't really hear the wind blowing. But trust me, it's whipping around out there. We might get a shot of the American flag actually, if we can, real quick, so people can see a little better the effect of the wind blowing out there. It's all the way. Keep going. Oh man, we can't even see it. It's all the way in the corner. Trust me when I tell you, folks, it's blowing like, well, you can see the tree, how much that's whipping around. And so just enough maybe into the face of the Bearcats that Coach Stein says, you know what, we want Cameron Gary to punt this into slightly the wind. Maybe also give the offense one play with the wind somewhat at their back. Gary takes his snap and his kick to the near side. Glaus will let it bounce. Comes back into the middle. He'll get away from it, and Scottsbluff will down it at the 32-yard line. So Northwest has it from their own 32 with 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. So Northwest going to get a snap, maybe 2. Carter Terry in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side and Adam Cooper to his right. That's Glaus in motion. Bearcats showing blitz like they've done a lot here in the second half. Quick drop, lob it down the sideline. Schleep can't get up to it. And over his outstretched fingertips with 5 seconds left. Magdaleno on the coverage for Scottsbluff. And Glaus goes in motion again. Terry, this time he wants a quick pass to Schleep. Riley steps out of one tackle. Now he's down the sideline. There goes Riley Schleep in a foot race with Reifschneider. And he avoids him at the 5. It's going to be a touchdown. 68 yards at the end of the third quarter. Carter Terry's third touchdown pass of the night.
And we are an extra point kick away from a tie ball game. Riley Schleep had a one-on-one. That was mano a mano on the near sideline, and he avoided his initial defender, Paris Magdaleno, and then outran everybody, including Reifschneider, down the near sideline. Reifschneider is actually a little slow at the end of the play as he laid out to try to get the feed of Schleep. But Riley wants to be a track athlete. Shows off the wheels. Not bad for a 6'5 speedster. And an extra point kick away from perhaps tying this one up. So the timeout situation from Coach Kevin Stein, taking a timeout with 20 seconds left to make Scottsbluff punt slightly into the wind, and then giving his offense 2 snaps with the wind, again, slightly. It's more across than anything, but slightly with the wind at their back. It pays off. The first time the deep shot doesn't pay off, but the wide receiver hitch, thrown right at the line of scrimmage, does. Reifschneider maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. He's walking under his own power, along with one of the trainers for Scottsbluff across the way. So an important extra point kick to try to tie this one up. Good snap, good hold. That kick right down Broadway. We are all square at 27 apiece as we start the fourth quarter when we come back to our Striv TV Game of the Week.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Well, this has been a fun one at Northwest here tonight. We are all square at 27 as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Carter Terry has 3 touchdown passes, and he's ran for one tonight. The one he ran went 1 yard. Actually, it went about 6 inches, right? His touchdown passes have covered 52 yards, 68 yards, and 68 yards. That's pretty fair. Pretty fair for the leading passer in the state of Nebraska. And now it turns back to the focus of the Viking defense. They've been better in the second quarter and into the third quarter, just giving up 1 touchdown run to Chris Busby. That was on the first possession of the quarter for the Bearcats. Dylan Allen has it teed up at the 40. He will squib this one along the ground. And it's bobbled, and Northwest, I think, has got the football. Viking football. The up guys for Scottsbluff were not ready, and as it kind of came bouncing at them, one of the Vikings was able to cover it up. I apologize, I didn't get a number, but what a big play that was. So Northwest, it wasn't necessarily an onside kick, but it's going to work out like one. And an extra possession in a game like this, my goodness, it could be huge. Can the Vikings convert? Momentum in this game shifted on a muffed punt in the third quarter. Since then, back-to-back scores for the Vikings. This is Cooper looking for the edge, looks for the block. Gets planted as he tries to cut up, gets it inside the 35. He picked up a couple of there. Again, a really nice tackle by Pablo Cervantes. 2nd and 7, we will call it. That's Glaus in motion. Pressure, and miscommunication there. Terry went deep. Schleep went shallow on his crossing route. Thanks, Adam. Appreciate that. So after the incompletion, 3rd and 7 with 11:19 to go here in the fourth quarter. Glaus and Schleep both to the left side. Now Glaus in motion over to the right. Handoff. Cooper smoked in the backfield. Cervantes was in there like a hot knife through butter. 4th and 10 now. So the Scottsbluff defense rises to the occasion after the squib kick gets muffed, and Northwest gets it at the 35. It's now 4th and 8. Bearcats got to defend one more play here, though. And as we've seen with Northwest, big plays can come at any time. It might be first down. It might be 4th and 8. You never know. Terry takes a snap. Little inside shovel pitch. The pass falls incomplete. It does go down as a pass attempt to Adam Cooper. That was a nicely designed play, but Cooper couldn't quite hang on. I don't know if he would have got there anyway, but a stop on downs for the Bearcat defense. They needed that one. So Scottsbluff will take over 1st and 10 from their own 32. Single wing set to the right side. Now it shifts to the left. Busby is the wing on the far side of the formation. Handed off to Diolos. Hit in the backfield. Dylan Allen wrangles him down and throws him for a loss. Dylan has been a man among boys out there here in this second half. On the defensive line, a loss of 6. It's 2nd and 16. 10-20 and rolling here, fourth quarter. Nelson, the tight end, on the near side as you check out the Scottsbluff formation. Single wing set behind him. He takes off, a pass play. Bruner over the middle, caught. Complete back into the middle, shy of a first down. Good solid tackle there by 19 Court, caught by Baderis. It'll be 3rd down and, well, close enough. They're actually going to stop the clock and maybe take a look at a measurement here, at least take a long look at it. And we're going to stop the clock and take a measurement. If I'm not mistaken, the first time we've called the chains out tonight. In Class A, taking a look at some of the other scores across the state. Elsewhere in Grand Island Senior High is tied with Omaha North. 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter there. That would be a big one. West Point Beamer has knocked off O'Neill. The Cadets are 5-0 on their season, 41-21. Aurora beats Gehring 57-20. Adams Central and Ord are tied at 14 with 2:20 left. This is 3rd and 1 for Scottsbluff. Inside handoff, Busby hit, stacked up. Ooh, I don't know about this. See where they trot in to measure. Line judge on the near side is calling for a stoppage of the clock to see where we're going to be. And now our head referee going to stop as well. This will be real close. It's either going to be 4th and about 2 inches or a first down, one of the two. I'll mention it again just because I'm not used to seeing it, but that big black line, if we switch our cameras real quick, that big black line right in the middle of our camera shot, let's go to it. That's actually the sideline camera for the Vikings. First down, you see there, that's why we go to the zoomed shot, so we can see things like that. Awesome work. Big thanks to the Northwest Striv crew tonight. We've put a lot of you guys to work, and we've done a very nice job with everything, so excellent work. Like it. 1st and 10 for Scottsbluff from the 43-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go, and a tie ball game at 27. Busby over to the right side of Bruner, his quarterback, spinner back, however you'd like to say it. Busby heading straight up the middle, and he's tripped up from behind. Knifing in there from the backside was Fletcher Bidalic. 6 foot, 255, but nimble on his feet. Busby gains just a yard at 2nd and 9. Homecoming festivities. We do the homecoming stuff on the track, do we not? We'll stick around long enough to show you that. The homecoming king and queen royalty. So if you'd like to stick around after the game, we will stick around and show you that as well. 2nd and 9 for Scottsbluff. Handed off. This is Busby coming near side. Hit quickly and dropped. First guy there wearing 41 was Isaac Lemberg. Came up from a safety spot, and it's another 1-yard carry. Third and a good 7, almost 8 yards maybe from just across the 45. Keep an eye on Reifschneider. He's back in there, and he's split out to the bottom side of your screen with Court in coverage against him. Bruner, play action, quick pass, tipped up into the air and incomplete. Great job by Lemberg. Boy, if he holds on to it, it might be 6 the other way, but it's a 3rd down stop, and it looks like the punting unit is out there for Scottsbluff. So the Viking defense comes up large, it would appear. Glaus is back to receive this kick. That will be slightly with the wind, just ever so slightly. But it's not a great kick. Goes to the far side. It does take a nice bounce, though. Boy, this is going to be a great kick. All the way down to the 2-yard line. Goodness, that is going to be about 53 yards on the kick. And down to the 2. So 7:45 left in the 4th. 2 touchdowns and a turnover on downs on the 3 possessions in the second half for Grand Island Northwest. After Chris Busby scored on the opening possession for Scottsbluff in the 3rd quarter, they make it 27-13. Carter Terry with a 1-yard run and Riley Schleep with a 68-yard catch for the 2 scores. But this is tough sledding here for the Vikings, and Cooper pops through a very slim hole and gains a couple of very tough yards and very needed yards, about 3, and he gets it out to the 5-yard line. Clock rolling, 7.5 minutes to go. Actually, they're going to mark the ball on the 6. Pressure. Terry's pass was tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete. Tried to get the quick hitch out there to the right side to, was that Bockel, 14? Or 34. Excuse me. Danny Fisher was the intended receiver there, so it's 3rd and 6 from the 6. Watching for that blitz. And it's tipped at the line. It is picked off and intercepted, and it's going to be a touchdown coming back. Picked off and ran back by Cervantes. That is the third interception of the game thrown by Carter Terry. And this one gets ran back 5 yards. A pick six gives Scottsbluff the lead with 7:04 to play. And now the extra point. De Los Santos for the extra point kick for Scottsbluff. And it's good. So 34-17, or 34-27, I should say, excuse me. 34-27 our score. 7:04 to play. Still plenty of football. Stick around with us and come back to the Striv TV game of the week.
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Cervantes gets the tip on the deflection, and he gets the interception return for a touchdown. 34-27 our score. Tony Chapman down there on the field level. What'd that look like from there, bud?
Well, it's just a great play by Pablo Cervantes, Eric. He got a hand on it. They had a quick slant open. Carter Terry, that's just a bad luck play. It needed just to be a little bit higher. But Cervantes made a great play, got his hand on it, and then it went straight up in the air. And now Northwest has to answer. You hope they're not kicking themselves for the previous possession where they recovered the onside kick. This one's in the end zone.
That'll be a touchback, so 1st and 10 from the 20. But how good was the punt for Scottsbluff to get down to the 2? Was that just not one of the bigger probably plays that doesn't necessarily show up on a stat sheet in tomorrow morning's box score?
Yeah, there's been some huge special teams plays in this one. The onside kick, the recovered muff punt, that punt. So all three phases have been real important for both teams tonight. Huge possession here for the Vikes, 7:04. Because if you don't score the way Scottsbluff's running, you might not get it back.
Yep, this is big right here. 7 minutes left. And it's Adam Cooper up the middle on first down. He picks up a nice little chunky yards. Picks up 5. We'll give him 2nd and 5. And certainly no reason to panic here. This is where Coach Stein's row the boat mantra shows up big. No need to panic. No need to, that could have been more yards for Glaus, but instead on the wide receiver screen, he takes a knee as soon as he catches it. And it's still 3rd and 5. Maybe even lost a yard there to 3rd and 6. Well, just kind of unfortunate that Brady had to go to a knee. Had a chance to maybe stay on his feet. And, good clap. Good hard clap, and 3rd and 6 is about to be 3rd and 1 for Northwest. Encroachment against the Bearcats. We've seen that plenty of times from both sides tonight. There hasn't been, I'm sure one team has more than the other, but we've seen plenty of encroachments or false starts on the defense a couple of different times here tonight. This is 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1.5, almost 2 maybe. Got to get out to the 30. Bearcats showing blitz again. Handed off now, a reverse to Glaus. Got a seal block from Terry. Got an edge block. Brady Glaus has got a first down across the far side. Garrett Nelson tracks him down, but a big run on 3rd and short for Brady Glaus. Coach Kevin Stein are rolling that dice, and he comes up aces on that one. Great block from Carter Terry after he handed that thing off. If he doesn't make that block on the edge defender, Glaus gets hit in the backfield. Instead, it ends up as a first down. Handoff, Cooper in the middle, pulled backward by Sam Clarkson after a short gain. Two yards there, so 2nd and 8. Glaus in motion to the right side of the formation. A shift in the defense. Blitz is on. Terry steps up. Pass. Caught. Schleep's got it. Penalty flag, though, right where he caught it. Is this on Busby or Schleep? They're motioning hold right now on Scottsbluff, and Northwest will decline this and take the big pass play on the slant to Riley Schleep. Decline the penalty. 1st and 10, Vikings. 5.5 minutes to go. Option play. Cooper takes the quick pitch, scurries down the sideline and gets it inside the 30. Boy, really nice recognition. Diolos was in the backfield in a hurry on Carter Terry, and Carter did well just to get the pitch out of his hand. And Adam Cooper scoots for about 6 yards. Set up. That one's tipped, and it's going up, and it's going to be intercepted again. Hit in the backfield, and then intercepted on the play by 25, and that is Paul Panduro. That is the 4th interception for Carter Terry in the ballgame. One of them has been run back for a touchdown, and it's 1st and 10 for Scottsbluff from their own 26-yard line with 4:49 to play in the ballgame. That was a really nice-looking drive by the Vikings there, too. Like Tony said, the way Scottsbluff is running the ball, you wonder if Northwest can get it back. They'll rely on the defense. A penalty flag will stop this one before it starts. Procedure against the offense. It's been a saving grace at times tonight. First and 15. Bruner, the spinner back. Fakes the handoff. Bruner will keep it. Left side, runs into a wall of white. And is stopped shy of the 25. He picked up a couple, but not too many. Westerby was there, along with Eli Ahrens. 2nd and 12, still on the way. So that penalty, making it 1st and 15, while it does, allow Scottsbluff to maybe run some clock here, neither team has been great when they have been set back in the down and distance. 1st and 15 has been almost a drive killer every time for both teams in the ballgame. We'll see what happens here. This is Busby cutting up, and he gets tripped up. He ends up going forward. Got a couple of yards there. Dylan Allen makes the hit that knocks him off his feet, and they'll give him – actually, they do mark him down where he got hit. Maybe that knee came down there. So instead of 3rd and 7, it's still 3rd and 10. So huge play. This might be your ball game, or at least the chance at the ball game, if you're the Northwest Vikings. With a little over 3.5 minutes to go. Bruner, the spinner back. This is Reifschneider, who's been the big pass catcher. Oh boy, he is hobbled. Busby in the backfield is really hobbled. And Northwest does not get into the neutral zone. They are going to hand it off to Busby. He's got no chance here. He was hobbled in the backfield and gets slammed down. After that one's over, now some chirping going on, and a timeout taken by Northwest. Westerby made sure Busby didn't go anymore. Chris didn't really like that after the play. Can't say that I blame him too much. And Northwest coach Kevin Stein takes a timeout right away with 3:12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. So going to give the offense another chance at it. Cameron Gary The junior punter for Scottsbluff, though, he has hit some beautiful punts in this game. The last time he punted it went all the way down to the, was a 53-yarder down to the 2 of Northwest. This would take just something stupid good to get down to the 2, but he has definitely showed the ability to flip the field. You wonder, does Northwest come after this punt? Trying to give themselves a short field? Maybe even if they don't get a block, can they maybe force a not great kick? Glaus will get some help on the receive this time from Adam Cooper. Glaus has been the only one back there, and Gary's done a nice job kicking it away from Glaus and has ended up with some good rolls. So 2 guys back to return, so it doesn't look like Northwest is really going to necessarily bring a lot of pressure. Gary is ready. Gets the kickoff. It's a wobbler right down the middle, and Northwest just going to let it bounce to the 34-yard line. So Northwest will take over at their own 34. Nice field position. Still plenty of time. 3:02 to play. And 2 timeouts in their hip pocket. You need the 6 for the touchdown and the extra point kick on homecoming 2017. Bearcats of Scottsbluff ranked number 6 by the Omaha World Herald coming into tonight. Northwest entered the rankings this week at number 10. 3 receivers out to the right. Carter Terry calling the signals in the backfield. Looking for a blitz off the edge. That's what Scottsbluff brings. Terry steps up, now under pressure. Rolling to his right, nobody home, lofts it outside, and it's going to be out of bounds. An incomplete. Good job by Terry to keep that alive as long as he could and then just get rid of it and saves the possession. Second and 10. There's the blitz. Terry gets hit. Gets planted in the backfield. Diolos then pulls him up. Good bit of sportsmanship there by Josiah, and it's 3rd and 10. Scottsbluff has brought a blitz on, in some way, shape, or form, on just about every snap of this second half. Sebastian Harsh is number 4. He's got some nice speed on the edge along with Diolos. He comes, Diolos on a delayed blitz. Back to the right side. Diolos gets right in Carter Terry's face. Plants him and then picks him back up. It's 4th and 10 for the Vikings. Boy, Diolos looked like he wasn't going to blitz that time, and then he came charging off the right side of the offensive line, and nobody was home to pick him up, and he got back-to-back free shots on Carter Terry. So Carter's also, now he's got to try to deliver something on 4th and 10, knowing that he's been blasted the last 2 times he's tried to throw it. This time they pick it up. Schleep catches it. First down, Riley Schleep down the near sideline. Still on his feet, and he dances out of bounds. Huge first down conversion there for Riley Schleep. Okay. 2:39 to play. Clock stopped because it went out of bounds on the run. Good job by Schleep not to try to fight for something that wasn't there. So 1st and 10. Still the 2 timeouts remaining. Cooper shifts over to the left side. 3 receivers out to the right. Option play. Carter Terry slips forward, leans towards the 40, and gets spun down there. Picked up just a couple. That clock will roll now. Under 2.5 minutes to go. At the 40, they don't give him the 40. We'll call it the 41. Picked up 2. 2nd and 8. Here comes the blitz off the edge. Terry pressured, goes down. It was Sebastian Harsh off the near side. It was Garrett Nelson and Josiah Diolos on the far side of the defense, and they meet at the quarterback. It's 3rd and long with the clock rolling under 2 minutes. We will call it 3rd and 15 for the Vikings. And we're going to get a timeout for Scottsbluff. Coach Joe Benson wants to make sure his defense is ready to go. It's 2 down territory with 1:39 to play in this one. Scottsbluff took a 20-13 lead early on in the second quarter. The defenses for both sides kind of bowed up in that second period, though, after it seemed like we were maybe going to be in for a track meet early in that first half in the first quarter. Scottsbluff took the opening possession of the third quarter, marched it straight down the field, 80 yards in about 4 minutes and 9 seconds. Longest possession of the game by time of possession was that first drive, and made it 27-13. Northwest comes right back. They capitalize on a muffed punt. That was recovered by Glaus. And Carter Terry ended up with a 1-yard touchdown run, make it 27-20. Then they get the 68-yard touchdown pass to Riley Schleep to tie it up at 27. A couple possessions ago, though, it was an interception return for a 5-yard touchdown to make it 34-27. But this is 3rd and 15 at 34-27. And before the play, a penalty flag on the far side. Procedure against the Vikings. It will be 3rd and 20. To mark it to the 48. Still 2 downs to go 20 yards is what you're thinking here. But you also got to be wary of the blitz. Diolos in Terry's head. Now they'll just float it, and it's Schleep, and he got pass interference. The catch is made, but I tell you, Schleep made a heck of a catch. It's 3rd and 20. Now, pass interference is not an automatic first down, so Northwest might actually be better to accept the penalty and not take the catch and make it 3rd and 5. As opposed to 4th and 7. I think that's exactly what I do. I think I decline this penalty, or I decline the catch, and I'd accept the penalty, which would be 15 yards from the previous spot, and replay the down. You don't get to add to it. And that's exactly what Coach Kevin Stein just did. He accepted the penalty, so the catch, as good as it was for Riley Schleep, won't count in the stat book, but they're going to accept the pass interference penalty, which is 15 yards, and make it 3rd and 5 instead of 4th and 7 or 8 maybe. So wise decision there. So now you got 2 plays to go 5 yards to pick up this first down. You still have 2 timeouts if you're the Vikings, and the clock winds with 1:29 to go in the fourth quarter. Down by 7. Carter Terry taking a long time call out his signals. Here comes the blitz off the edge. Quick pass, looking for Glaus. It's incomplete. Had the slant. It was there for a moment. How fast is Josiah Diolos off the edge? Well, I tell you, it was all that Ryan Melvin could do, that right tackle, to just try to get out there and get something of a block on Diolos. And now Terry, he had Glaus on that slant. And I tell you, it might be open again. Because here comes the Bearcats. They're going to rush 5 or 6 here. They're going to double cover Schleep, and a timeout going to be taken here by Northwest coach Kevin Stein. We got to make sure that everybody's got their ducks in a row on this one. So 1 timeout remaining. Or excuse me, that is the final timeout I beg your pardon. That was the final timeout for Northwest in the ball game. The Northwest offensive coaches, including Coach Stein, just trying to figure out what's the best course of action. Do you look at Glaus, who was open on the slant for just a second on the last snap? Riley Schleep has been double covered, and it looks like they're going to double cover Schleep again with Busby right up on him and with Baderas over the top of him. So you've got man coverage on the far side. Watch for a zone drop, though. And it's an inside shovel, and they did not make it. They tried the shovel play again to Adam Cooper, and Scottsbluff has stuffed it again. With 1:03 to go. So just like a couple years ago, this thing is going to come down to a 4th down stop with 1 minute to go in the game. And Northwest cannot stop the clock. They are out of timeouts. Under center, and just a couple of knees is all this is going to take. Scottsbluff is going to improve to 5-0 on their season. They will get a home game with McCook next Friday night. McCook taking on York this evening. Before district play begins 2 weeks from tonight, Scottsbluff at Gering to open district play. Then they'll have Sydney at home and be at Alliance to round out the regular season. Grand Island Northwest, they will be at Holdridge next week, and then they begin their district play with home games against Seward and Aurora, and they will wrap up the regular season with a road trip to York. That's going to be the final kneel down needed in this ball game. Scottsbluff is going to win it 34-27. 2 years ago on this field, Northwest parlayed a big win, an upset win, over Scottsbluff to a playoff appearance in a home playoff game. Scottsbluff looks like this could propel them to a nice playoff home game to start their season. Great effort by the Vikings on homecoming night, but the Bearcats are too much. Scottsbluff 34, Grand Island Northwest 27 on homecoming night. Really fun game on both sides of the ball. Boy, we saw a lot of great plays. The Northwest offense was a big play waiting to happen. Sometimes you had to wait a while to get there, but it was a big play waiting to happen. Scottsbluff, tough bunch of guys. Just a tough bunch of guys. They just keep coming at you. Big, strong fellas that just keep coming at you and trying to wear you down over the course of the game. First guy in line to shake hands is Nebraska commit Garrett Nelson, number 23 there for Scottsbluff. Big games for a lot of guys out there tonight. We're going to take a short commercial break, and we will have, don't forget, we will have the homecoming King and Queen announcements, the royalty announcements. Those will be coming up on the Striv TV network. And don't forget to check out the Rewind tomorrow morning on StrivSports.com. Complete recap of this game and other games across the state of Nebraska coming up tomorrow morning on StrivSports.com. Find the Rewind from Tony Chapman. For now, we'll take a commercial break. We'll come back for homecoming festivities for Northwest after this.
Cheer for your team and be there for all of the excitement. For championship ticket information, visit the Nebraska School Activities Association's website.
Trucking industry gives you a lot of opportunity for careers because there's such a wide, vast list of possibilities and areas that you can go into. As technicians, these trucks are as advanced as cars are today, so we need technicians that can work on them and understand how to work the computer system and get them up and running so the customer can make money. These trucks are workhorses, but they're built for comfort and they're easy to drive. Freightliner builds these trucks for drivers' wants and customers' needs.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
No, you got to go talk to Bobby Mills first. Come on, Tony. Answer your phone.
Yes, sir.
Hey, do you got numbers?
Roughly.
Roughly?
What do you need?
Oh, we're live. We're going.
Oh, we're live.
I guess.
Are we on the internet right now?
We're on the internet. People are thousands of people are watching this right now.
Thousands of people. Okay, what do you want to know?
I want to know.
Scottsbluff.
I want to know what Scottsbluff rushing was really good tonight. Chris Busby was good.
45 for 216. I had Busby. They really, held him in check. I thought, Eric, in the second half. I had him 21 for 127, but he had 74 at halftime. And, for Northwest, the turnovers just killer. 4 interceptions, the 1 pick six, and Carter Terry was just 8 for 26, but 287 yards, a lot of big ones. And, they just couldn't get over the hump.
Couldn't get the rhythm, it seemed like, on that passing game. The short pass, credit to Scottsbluff. Boy, they brought the house just about every snap there in that second half.
Yeah, it reminded you a little bit of the 95 Fiesta Bowl. They brought one more than they could handle, and it just was that good. I mean, Scottsbluff made just enough plays to keep the game in front of them.
Still plenty to play for, though, for Northwest. It's a good district with York and Aurora and Seward. You got to get through Holdridge next week and get yourself ready for the second season, though.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You could still win the district, go to the playoffs that way, and you just got to regroup and get back at it. And Scottsbluff's going to play a few football games in November, I think. Built very well for the playoffs.
Yeah, because imagine they didn't probably play a heavy defense very often tonight, which they very easily can. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thought Northwest did a heck of a job controlling the run game in the second half. Their defense, I thought, really kept them in it. You look at that 34, one of them was a pick six, and then only that one drive really the second half.
Yeah, it was good stuff. Finally, we find you on the camera just as we're about done to be talking now. I know you got.
I got to go do interviews.
You got interviews to do. Thanks a lot, Tony.
You bet.
Tony Chapman down there on the sideline for us, as he usually is. And don't forget to check out the rewind tomorrow morning on StrivSports.com. Colleen, thank you so much. And Heather, your students were fantastic tonight, running all cameras. And now we got the process of tearing everything down, which is always fun too. Because as much fun as it is using it, you got to set it up and you got to tear it down at the end of the night too. So for that, folks, I think we can stop our recording. We'll let the stream go for just a minute yet. And we'll say thanks for tuning in to the Striv TV Game of the Week. Scottsbluff 34.